That's me, and that's all the stuff I'm taking to go on my first bikepacking adventure in South America. Originally, I was only planning on riding the Guianas, but have extended my trip by an extra few countries, Brazil and Venezuela. Currently, I'm in Pakara, Brazil, the border town with Venezuela, an area deemed a no-go zone by the British government. Pakara has all the spirit of a frontier town and is currently full of Venezuelan immigrants fleeing Venezuela. After a few days spent here recharging, it's time to move on. Morning, it's time to cross the Venezuelan border. I'm in the little village in Brazil, so it's about time we crossed from Brazil into Venezuela and saw what it was all about. This border for so many people is a place of possibility, of despair, of uncertainty, but also of hope, of what they're going to find and what's next as they cross into a new life. It's not just a border between two countries, it's a border between cultures as well. Because the difference between the Portuguese and the Venezuelans is much larger than I previously realised until coming here. The two languages don't really speak like most people don't speak Spanish on the Portuguese side at all. So it's going in for a much harder life as well on the other side. But well, or not, or maybe not. But either way, it's a good reminder to not take your freedoms for granted, and for what might happen if things do start to go wrong in your country. So anyway, I need to carry on, push forward to that side, get through immigration and continue my ride. Are you Venezuelan or Brazilian? Looks like he's Brazilian. Let's go back to the Brazilian side. Bienvenidos. Look at that view though. Oh my lordy lordy. I'm in Venezuela. I'm through immigration. It's time to hit the road. Witnessing the migrants here has left me with a profound sense of empathy and sadness. It's difficult to comprehend the struggles they faced and the challenges that they continue to face. The view around here. That is my favourite one. No longer had I just crossed the border than I'd found a hill covered in petroglyphs, a reminder that I'm back on indigenous land. It made me wonder about the stories they told, the ceremonies that they were part of, and the people who created them. As I explored the site, I couldn't help but feel a sense of connection to the land and the people and their histories. It's a reminder that as humans, we're all part of a larger story, a tapestry woven through time. The site was not signposted. There's no car park. Most people must drive past not knowing it's here. I couldn't help thinking that if this was in the UK, it would cost £25 to have a look, and you'd still have to stand behind a barrier 25 metres away. grooves are quite deep on these. It's hard stone. So as I ride away, I notice others here that I hadn't seen before, and there's probably plenty more I haven't found. But time to push on. As I continued my journey through Venezuela, I carried the memory of these petroglyphs with me and a deeper understanding of the land that I was riding through. Santa Elena de Uruén is not just a frontier town, but it's a gateway to all the natural wonders in Venezuela. The town's full of little tour companies helping you to explore Venezuela's natural wonders. It's a must visit for any adventurer wanting to get involved in what Venezuela has to offer. It's a vibrant mix of indigenous communities, Brazilians and Venezuelans. They don't take dollars here, and they definitely don't take cards anywhere that I was able to find. But they do take Brazilian reals. Worth bearing in mind before coming. So when I leave here, this is the last town until I get to ride into the Gran Sabana, which is what I'm doing first thing in the morning. I'm excited about it. I don't know anybody else that's done this on a push bike before. There's always one, I'm sure, but there's no documentation of it. So because of that, I've got no reference point or what to go by. I don't know if there's any stops to get water or restock my food. So it's a bit of the unknown. I'm just going to have to give it a go and see what happens. There's going to be waterfalls, there's going to be mountains, there's going to be a lot of heat. It's a savanna I'm riding into, so there's not going to be a huge amount of trees to shelter from the sun, so I could come unstuck quite quickly, which is why I'm leaving early in the morning to try and get the first few miles in before the sun comes up. So that will be the next video. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, and in the drop down section there's a link to buy me a coffee. I'd appreciate it because it keeps me doing things like this.